It's about, I'm being used, the God's used me, that I spoke, all y'all was at the last Father and seen the paper. I ain't say nothing against the paper. I ain't say nothing against him.
That's right.
Only trying to support him and bring everything together as one. So I'm going to touch on this. I got everything cracking them off, what he said against me. And also, everybody want to know the truth about this land which he's been telling everybody is ours, which is not. So I'll do more.
Yeah.
If y'all have the paper or get it, that is in there.
Hey. Hey. So just don't know me, my name now is Mark. Number one. The following is for the record, not for glory. Yeah. But what we're going to do is we're going to jump down to this part. For over 30 years, we fought and defended the law school from those trying to take it away from us. We got Block 1932, Block 29 for the nation.
First of all, our law got Block 1932, Block 1932, and Lot 29 for the school. Here's the original lease. It says July 31st, 1967. Our law got that. We just supported by not let them take the school 30 years ago, stop them from taking it. Our law got this in 1967, July 31st. This is the original lease, and the $1 is on it. As the school, under the New York Urban League administration, everybody see this on this. And y'all can see all of this if y'all like to, after the problem and after I finish, or when I have access to all these. And I asked a couple of guys to go down to City Hall to find out for sure, give us an update on what's going on with that property. Those two lots that's next to the school. Instead of interneting it and so busy, certain people so busy and trying to knock other people, instead of checking these things out every other year, finding out where we at and stuff, because we ain't been doing no checking for the last 20, 30 years. So I asked some guys to go to them, forget the internet, face to face and talk to the people. Now it happened, the date is October 10th, 2013. This a couple of months ago. Face to face, not off the internet. This right from City Hall. It says, Allen Clay Powell Jr. Boulevard, 2120 through 2128. That's the two lots, the next door to the school, and that all of that was. That's when the people who the guards went down to the court for back in the 70s. After the first time we went in the early 70s to City Hall. They seen where the people was supposed to stand, they gave the guard. They already had in mind. That whole half of the block was going to be 2122. So I called them the crooks that were trying to get it. So the guards won it in court. Because if they would have wanted that whole side, would have been 21, 22. The guards, Kyle him and us, they went there, all the brothers that wasn't doing certain things me and certain guards was doing. They went and represented, and that was free. So the court gave us the whole site. Because they got upset with those guys, they already had it in the fix, in the middle. That's how they was going to do it.
You said Colleen was down with that?
Yeah, he was down with that in 7 years.
I just want that
I ain't talking about down with trying to take anything. But listen to what I'm saying. He wasn't down with trying to take nothing. I'm talking about going to court, dog. Listen, stop interrupting. So they had it made in the shade, this is what they was going to do. It didn't work. We got that. Now the guards can build on both sites if they choose. We do not own it. Like it says, additional binding for the building. which is the school, 2122. And the next door, 2124. Additional fine. City owned, yes, and giant letters, 2000, October 10, 2013, from City Hall direct. Now, if they lying, you tell me. We don't own no land. We own property, and we don't own the school. That's leased it for 99 years. So own what? We have access to buy the school then, and can buy it now, and still we want to own the land, just the property.
City on the land.
Just the property on top of the land. How do you think they made everybody sell it out, went on leases when they people moved in? They upped the prices, shortened the leases, gave them where if they didn't take the proposition, then they had to move. For this is a developing city. In all developing cities, you cannot own land. All you can own is the property. Other than that, I'm relying on where I own all of this stuff in there together. All he did was own the property. That's why he went south and bought land. And it's up under religion. M9. Religious property miscellaneous. They're so busy arguing with each other, calling each other traitors and everything. They didn't even check this stuff every 3 years. Go down there face to face. Don't call them. Go down there and see them. What, they scared to talk to them? But I'm your brother. You can talk to me any kind of way. Somebody should be able to go down there. Anyway, we don't own nothing. You like to say something? Explain something? And y'all can see all this information out of the phone.
Outside of the desert, we prefer to call it oasis. I can just verify some of the information that God Spring Boulevard has provided. Some of my specialty and why I go back down the I do real estate litigation for a law firm. So I'm very, very familiar with title searches, title reports, and things like that. And I deal with a lot of title companies. And again, I deal with attorneys and litigation. I know about adverse possession. I've won 1 or 2 adverse possessions. The law got changed when Governor Patterson was involved. So, to make a long story short, because I don't want to be long with it. You're right. We do not own the land. There's a 99-year lease. Everybody knows about it. There are situations that once the nation organizes itself and stops fussing with each other and getting false information and spreading it out there, we may be able to acquire the land. That's not impossible. But right now, we do not own it. There's no set plan to own it. And it's not going to be that easy. It just doesn't work that way. So as it stands now, we do not own land. We look forward in this year to try to find ways to purchase it and acquire it through other channels. But one thing I want to say to the gods and the earth, if you don't know how something is done, y'all should stop talking about it and telling people how it's done. If you've never been down to the county recorder's office and looked at the records and see what's there, you can go down there right now. There's nothing on 2122 that shows the title, deed, or anything was ever given to the Urban League or law school. Because the DCS says Urban League on it, and the Urban League don't own the property. So before you understand about how somebody's going to do something, I would suggest everybody take a little small course, read transfer of title or property. Because that's what would have to happen first before we would own it. So any other questions, I'll be available. And peace.
Now, just like this, getting to that part about the land, I remember one time a law told me, I'm quite sure, quite a few other guys back there, right? He said the only reason he taught algebra because he is part of the human families of the planet Earth, and that's his job to teach it. He said he taught him because he knew that he was a Caucasian and that he had to teach him. It was his duty. He said he taught him this so that he could teach his people, take this truth back to his people, and teach his people of their nature, who they are, and show them where the black man was never wrong. He said, then and only then, out his mouth, to me and other various gods. And then and only then, he could go and demand freedom, justice, and equality. Land and territory that we could call our own, like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Malcolm X was taught. Because we could charge them with false indoctrination and imprisonment in the so-called American Negro. So-called means that which is not. He's saying then and only then can we do that. Just like when we went down to the Martin Luther King during the march, and at the end, and when we went down into the fountain, where thousands of people look over, and he was down there with all the politicians, what he said, the mayor said, God said responsibility. And then he said, my name is Allah. I'm not anti-white nor pro-black. And that shocked the whole world. Know why? Because now he let the world know that Caucasian can be taught. And they had it satellited all over the world. That's why you see a lot of Caucasians be saying this now on the internet and stuff. But it's your job, if you're going to be on this, to teach them who they is. Because they haven't been taught all the way, but they know that they could come in. So do y'all do, like the law done here. And I do mine each and every moment, and each and every day. Anyway, I'll do mine. Go ahead.
This is the second part. We learned from the father many years ago, it is better for two brothers to go around the corner and settle things rather than drag the next whole thing to keep over there.
And that's what he read in the paper. That's what he's doing. We don't need separation. And the law said and told us, which he left out, go around the corner, shoot, and or go in the backyard. And know what else he said? Cut to that. And the first one to attack, tear him up. That's what he said. Y'all go around the corner and straighten it out. Don't mean physical fight. That's why he said the first one to attack, y'all tear him up. That's what he said. He said it many times. And if you know it like that, then stop running like a rabbit and having your messenger boys and girls running all over and telling you things. Turn up those radios, boys, messenger boys and girls. Turn up your phone so you can hear this before he get the tape. So he can say that I thought this. Ain't no thought, nothing. You did it, and y'all did it too. So tell him, which I know he had, stop running like a rat. Do what the law says. If you're that scared and you owe the debt to society, a law you tell us this all the time. Go pay your debt to society. A law word from me and many others. Him too. Instead of acting like a little boy, crying. Whatever his beef is with a law beef beloved in him, that's their personal thing. Don't drag that into this. And then talk the paper and use the paper as a gospel card. And to just get your anger across and talk about us like dogs, like Umar was just, for what? That's a 5% paper. Y'all, a lot of y'all messenger boys and girls, Y'all know who I'm talking about. Know the truth. But either y'all scared to tell or y'all so stupid y'all believe all of it. We know, we grew up with it. Y'all didn't. It's a difference than being around somebody that growing up with them step by step. Y'all don't know. So y'all might as well get that straight and start putting them straight or y'all going out with them. And about the paper, it's Latifah. It's Latifah. Stand up. The other of last month. The paper that you wanted up in.
Yeah, I see that the 5% paper is our national paper, our national communication, and I see that the paper was started there and it was organized there that we, the nation, should direct our communication because this paper goes around the nation to various different places. There's the prison institution as well as other institutions throughout the country. And this is our means to communicate with us, 85% as well as other aspects of the society. We should have it in the hands of people who are great in the nation, the nation.
Can you do it?
Yes, I'm
Stand up. Can you take care of the paper? You and the people you got working with.
Yes, yes.
So contact him. You know how to contact that circle, right?
Well, I know.
Contact them, and whatever, you know, that's what you get straight with them. You got our support here in the nation. Go ahead, just tell them what the next thing is.
They want me gone, so they can take our school and land from the unwise amongst us, working with them. Yes, they're trying to get rid of me, and not nowadays. They use their tools to easily fool amongst us.
Now they call the brothers fools and everything else. Because he don't like them, but he was always taught to not like, to love your brother. You don't have to like what he doing, but love your brothers and sisters. So what fools they talking about? Who's the biggest fool? When they put their own feet in their mouth. I was taught. A fish never be caught until he open up his mouth. So y'all keep letting this man, and he our brother still, and I don't have nothing against him. I'm just putting the truth to where the truth is, and the truth is not personal. The truth is the truth. And we're a nation of people, so we got to make sure our teachings and everything we deal with stay intact. So all this using papers and we exposing whatever laundry we have out to public, because the nation is the only ones that ain't the only ones buy the paper. 85s and everything. Years ago, I was in Southern State and I seen people with the paper in it. The board, the education department. Seen them with the Southern Man in there too. And the education department when I went there one day. And seen the papers right and day with their names, who ordered it and everything on it. So, if you want to keep laundering out your anger, don't launder it out in this paper that you say is the nation paper. For everybody's business is nobody's business. And the law always told us this. You always say what the law said. Whatever business you got with your brother, y'all straighten that out with each other. He said that. Not with dragging everybody in. He said that. Out the month.
We told you they come back each time we stop. If you attended last parliament, you heard nothing about those who recently tried to get out of law school. There was no mention of it. Good. Okay, a group of commandeers, a group of commandeers.
Thank you.
All right, listen, we told you they, okay, a group of commandeers, nation business at that parliament to change the subject from trying to tear down a law school in Mecca to guard Colleen and the powdered paper that stopped them from tearing down a law school in Mecca. To paraphrase the lessons, they use this name to shield their iniquities. They use God Supreme to try to make it look like the nation wanted to exile me and shut down the powder paper.
All right. Now, group of communists, that means somebody that take possession of something by force. No, I ain't bring no group in there. When I had everybody in here, like they is this month, those was those that was from those days. That way, if I would have said anything out of order when I gave my history, my history from 64 to 69, they would have stopped. Now, if they wasn't here, somebody else would have been saying in the crowd. The Messenger boys or somebody else, or all the people. Oh, he's just making up all that what he went through. But see, this communist, but see, everything was the truth, right? Exactly. Because that's my history. Now, there's another thing. The group that was here, like I was saying, with me, like they here today, they only showing for our unity. We ain't taking possession of nothing by force. We just taking charge of our parliament. Because these parliaments was left to us from day one. Not to nobody else in there that came afterwards. Allah left the school and that to us. And it's for us to keep it right. That's why we the only one could straighten out that boy, Colleen. We used to call him a boy back then, after Messenger boys and girls. We used to call him a boy back then because he used to do all the boy things that he do today. Selfish stuff. And I don't have nothing against him, and he know none of us though. He hate us because he can't come back like how he wants. That's his problem. He done that to himself, whatever happened. I don't have nothing against him. I talk with the love for him and to bring him together to stop this separation with everybody. You know, he want to deal this way. His little Messenger boys and girls want to deal this way like it's two different nations. It's one nation. Other than that, if y'all want to do that, he know we didn't see that kind of many times. And they got us out of here. So if y'all want to do it like that, oh, we can play hardball. Y'all could get up out of here too, one way or the other. But we don't want to have to get into that. So, I advise all you Messenger boys and girls to start straightening out your act too and stop following and be a leader. And build a nation. And deal with nations like how y'all supposed to. Not separating and talking again. You see a weak link in the chain, we was taught you supposed to tighten it up. Other than that, the whole chain will pop. And that's why I'm here. Other than that, everything will be going down, down, down like it's been. Everybody gossiping like old lady. You expect those sisters to do that if anything. They probably do it worse than that. What kind of crap is that? So we taking charge of our power. With supreme power and force. And all things is governed by supreme power and force. And the universe is governed by supreme power and force. Everything you see, because the universe is everything, which is the sun, moon, and stars. And that's governed by supreme power and force. Meaning that supreme power knocked out those negative forces. And they use me. Anybody that been around me, nobody can't use me to do anything. All of this been me all the time. I've been saying I was going to do last month, like since September Parliament. I've been telling everybody that I was going to pull the coat off a lot of people backs. That's why a lot of people got up and walked out. Some walked out because they got tired and hungry and came back. A lot got up because they the truth is coming. I'm a sheep. I'm a wolf. They see I ain't really no sheep. Let me get out of here. But know something, like I told them before, there is no fire escapes in hell. And then he mentioned, no, hey.
Peace, y'all. Peace. But when they failed, God Supreme went to his own bill, and he spoke for what may be the longest time in recent Parliament history.
Now, nobody felt because I wasn't sent. I'm my own speaker. The only person who sent me was the Lord. No one else. That's why Allah promised me a promise of His truth. And I come with His truth. With the kingdom and the glory of Almighty God Allah. And the wrath of all of Allah, justice, all the gods, my brother Jabba, Firstborn Prince, Black Messiah, and everybody else. I come with and all the earths that left. I come with the wrath of all of them all at one time. And that's how the truth of Almighty God's law is. Divine equality is the understanding of build. Destroy evil as you see is the power to destroy. That's why divine equality see or destroy evil as you see. And I come with all of that. I can show you how to build, show you how to destroy it. That's what you want to do. Get in my way. And I'm telling the truth. I will walk on them. I come with the wrath of Almighty God Allah. You can't beat me. You can talk, but you can't beat me. Because this gonna happen. Go ahead, brother.
First, before I read on, White Escalade, New York plates, EDM 4867. Gotta move your vehicle. Okay, now, it says, many who don't come in the auditorium and listen anymore sat and listened for the outcome. No one gave him the time sign to stop and the power paper to stop and let someone else speak. Besides trying to come at me and attack the power paper, his speech was okay. He made a few errors with names, Aisha, Ladu, and dates, but his speech was informative and would not have been better if it wasn't so long.
Now, take this. He know this one. Allah, you can get up here and talk to the end because he has something to say. Now, I don't know whether anybody remember all these things. I don't remember every word he said at every college, but I remember everything he told me in the original one. I have heard, and many other gods that saying, you can ask them if that was there. All it takes is one brother to speak. When he finishes, he'll be done. That's why Jumal used to say it, because he heard the Lord say it. All it takes is one. You go to a church or something. Look, you go to a church. All it takes is the minister. After he finishes over, you go to the mosque. You go to anywhere. When God gonna have a limitation? God should be able to talk all day long. There is no limitation on God's people. That's what another thing I said when I came on. When this started, whoever got up, they spoke. Long as they ain't talk no crash, they was able to speak. You get crash talk, wasn't nobody during that time before I went to the justice was talking crash up in. Come home, everybody talking crash. Butterfield. Everybody talking crash, everybody bazaar going on, everything. I said, man, what's happening? And know what? In my head, Allah always stuck with me and said, son, that's your job. Do your job. So, And for certain names I've missed, that's my history. I don't have to call everybody name that's in my history what I experienced. And then part of those early years he wasn't around. Ask him, I was one in one song. Messenger boys and girls. Ask him. I was one in one talking old pig. Ask him. When he was eating pig, Gary Fenton. Ask him. Matter of fact, I think he put him in the February paper. When he said, well, after the first bomb, most of them went to jail, it was still a few brothers out there with swift knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Brown C.D. Beaker from Lennox Avenue. Al Mean from Lennox Avenue. Hassan Bismill, his name was Hassan, and changed to Bismill Law from downtown Fifth Avenue. And AKA God Supreme, AKA Young God. Know what he was saying? They told me, don't eat pig. They told me pig have 99 diseases in it. They told me that I got to start cleaning myself up. Everything they told me instead of, they taught me. Ask them, dig up that paper, matter of fact. Messenger boys and girls, I hope your phone's all the way up. And I don't need no correction on my history. First of all, I ain't never mentioned no law do or
Haitian. It says Aisha and Ladu and Davis. Aisha and Ladu. Yeah.
I ain't never mentioned anything. Where they come up at? I know Ladu him. He was from the 60s, but I ain't know him really like that. He was in Peeland. And he wasn't rolling with me. And dates. And all my dates are right intact. I don't know where he did his information. I'm telling my story about me. The only error I might have made when I was talking quick, and I said Shaheed when they were saying he was Yaku, and he fitted when he said the law was dead, you know, and on December 9th, because he was down in the basement with it all when that happened, him Black Messiah and First Army people. And a couple of other people, they was down in the basement with it. So the only thing, when I mentioned, when they told me the next day when I went around, that everybody calling him Yaku. I said, why? They said because his name John, he said the law was dead, his name John. He fit the 27th degree, and he was 33. I said 36. You phrased that because Allah was 36. He was 33. And the two twins that I spoke about, me and Dawood, used to be with Hamid and Muhammad. I said both of them was black and brown. See, no, I rephrased that. Both of them was black. And that was it. Other than that, all my history that I ran with no error, that was it. Right? Exactly. So, all this crazy talk, I don't know where this coming from. I'm not with Beloved, Allah be, him, none of them on whatever projects they think about, yo. That's they thing. They was at that field when I was locked up, and they could stay at that field. I'm not down with none of that. I'm with Allah, his God in earth. His true gods in earth. Not the riffraff, not the little messenger boy and girl. So all you messenger boys and girls, make sure y'all stay here for the whole time so y'all can get it all right. Big one, short one, fat one, skinny one, all y'all got in every shape, size, and form. Get it right. And I hope y'all get them right too. Because all that gossip don't stop. We as a nation, not a divided nation. That's why we see a weak blanket and chain is our duty to tighten it up. Other than that, it will pop. Go ahead, Doug.
Next. A good parliament speaker knows how to make their point and conclude the bill. More seats filled when you finish than when you start. Means your wisdom words gain magnetic attracting power. More seats empty when you finish than when you started. Means your wisdom, your words lost magnetic attracting power. The stage was set for a kangaroo court with a cheery section or Amen Corner in the audience. Born Universal Truth, long story short. They overlooked the hypocrisy of putting forth a speaker to condemn and sentence the power paper to death.
Who they talking about me? How you gonna say that about me? Everybody was saying at the last parliament, they got to take it whatever. I never talked against that brother. I said, man, I want them to come back to get this straight. I said, I do ask anybody. I ask everybody in there. They look in the paper, that brother that do the parliament report. I ain't never knocked no paper. So I don't know where that, know why? Because that's his stuff. Y'all don't know him. Not like I do. Y'all think y'all know. Oh boy, he's a big one. Especially when y'all don't know him. He'll make y'all think all of this is this way and that way. Especially when he sees himself going down. Y'all better learn who y'all be around. That's the one thing. Because I never talk against them, the papers or nothing. I ask the parliament, that's in the nation side. What do y'all want to do if he don't come? Simple as that. They said exile, not me. I can't ask questions. But you come, I can't. I say then if he don't come, what y'all want to do? Do away with the paper or what? Or what? Sabu said the paper this and that and this book. I say ain't nothing wrong with the paper. Look at the paper, ask somebody that was there. Ain't nothing wrong with the paper. It's just got to stop being a gossip column talking about the nation like a dog. That's all I say. Look at the tape. So is that talking, me talking exile? Talking about destroying the power paper? All these lies being told, and y'all let it be pregnant. All you messenger boys that be there, y'all should examine things before y'all talk about it. Because all you messenger boys, y'all in big trouble too. Y'all ain't getting out like that. Y'all not getting out like that. Go ahead, y'all.
Hey, who promised the nation a historic book about 2 years ago and gave the nation nothing but excuses since then? Now you gotta get one. Who promised the nation a historic book about 2 years ago and gave the nation nothing but excuses since then? When he spoke for hours, saying nothing about the book, and no one in the audience asked, where is the book? What happened to the book? Or tell us something about the book. Not even the ones who put up $50. You can bet somebody listening wondering about that book. Even if they said nothing, that group had plans, but Allah is the best of plans.
Now, first, before I get into that, I want to touch on this. Kangaroo court, what do you mean kangaroo court? Kangaroo court means 3 judges. Who was here to judge anything? Ain't nobody talking against no paper or about no paper, or about exiling them. I asked the nation. Me, I guess, me, Freedom, and Reality was the kangaroo court because we was the 3 that stayed up into the end. But there was nobody trying to judge him. He's the one that's trying to judge everybody. You cannot judge what somebody else do. All you can do is wait and examine. That's with the scale of righteousness. The just and the unjust. And now, hit to the book. Messenger boys, grandchildren, tell them about the book too. Some of them ain't in here who I know always grandchildren. Tell them about the book too. Hey, we promoted this for a whole year before we started written. A lot of y'all was saying it. It's on the tape. We promoted, he got the tape from back then. Now, a lot happened that was in. We called everybody name, colleagues who were the first parliament that we started promoting that whole year. I said, if anybody got in contact, be in contact with Calvin, Tell him to send a chapter up. He didn't want to. He could have been involved up. We made a statement. I made a statement, not we. I said, look, whoever don't part, brothers and sisters was asking us to give up money. That wasn't part of those years. A law education, he was at the event. He seen how we did. Well, wasn't we said we'd rather do this ourselves. Those who was there, that way we see our strength with each other, what we want to do, because it's about us. So everybody put their $50 up that's still active in this nation, that was there then, so that we could avoid all the riffraff talk, like this riffraff going, avoid all the riffraff talk, you know, that way, and we stated, if you don't have nothing to do with it, and you, even if you was there no time, and you don't participate with the event, or something, you don't want to give them a chapter, you have no questions about nothing. Nothing that we do. So you ain't want to be a part of it. Those who be a part of it have questions. And that's what we stated. Now, the $50, we should have charged $150 or $2. Because it was something like, what, 30-something chapters we got now, people? So I'm going to round it off to 40. That's like $2,000 for 50. We paid like close to $500 for the school. Well, we had 4 sections of the event. We played close to like 500, so I'm going to round off to 4. The third section, being that everybody ain't give up their money, and it wasn't 40 people, because half of them ain't give up no money, and still got their stuff in, half of the 30. So we rounded off 3, what we say, that's like 3 sections, rounded off to 400, that's 1,200. We had over 400, way over $400 worth of food. Over the $400 worth of food, it was, everybody that was there was almost 100 people. Everybody ate, some people took home a plate or 2. The third section, we was out, hold up, friend. The third section, we made it known at the event. We out of money, we got to get the money up for the last section. Know what? Prince, Black Prince, right? He lent us the $400 and something. Right then on the spot, so we got the 4th section. We paid him right after. The 4th section, my daughter, Cypher, my daughter Cloudy Braden, Cypher, O'Malley, Black Sea Shamgar, Arkin, a couple others. All of them made it possible for us to have the food. They put all of their money up and bought all the food. All right? And when they bought all the food, that was concluded the 4th section. Then we said, why should we have to go through this for the publication? The publication, we say is 11, so the next month was October. Means the key cycle, Aku, O'Malley, O'Malley, now the law from upstate, Master Unlimited from upstate, Baby Down, who's the preacher, Hawking, and Black Sea Shamgar. It was 11. We put up the publication money. They gave us a month to get $1,500. We done that. Then they gave us close to 3 months to give up the rest. And we gave them that. Us 11. So those who put up $50, their $50 was gone for the event they chapter to be put. We put up that. Now Lord called me and said, how come you ain't tell me about it? He in North Carolina. I said, we could have, but we wanted to do it in the cycle that we was in. But we didn't want to go through asking everybody for 100 and talk about almost a year. Some of them paid $50 the last month. You know, so we put up that, and it was a little over $3,000, and we got the receipts and everything. And that's our business. So we don't owe nobody no, we don't owe nobody no explanation. But us that was there. And last month, March, what did you tell them to eat?
Before book was in transition, and if anybody had any questions, come and ask me or Law. He's gone along by the time to stress him out. He's fired up. If you got any questions about the book, ask me. We've waited 47 years to do this book. We can wait another 47 days and 47 months. It takes that long to get it right exact. And that's what we're doing.
And if y'all have any questions, like he said, that was on tape with Mark. So I don't know what he talking about. All of that was on tape. And about when you start, the less people is, and when you finish, the more people mean more magnet. What are you trying to judge somebody? I've been talking about this for 2 months since the September problem. Well, that was going to pull the coats off a lot of people. So it was a little less because most of them left our stores. They were running for cover. When the sun comes down, you can't hide from that. So don't even try that one. If he was setting up in here, he would have got up and been one of the ones running for cover too. And I told them, and he knows. And I tell him all the time, I've always told him, your arms are too short to box with y'all, so stop trying to fight me, because I'm not the one. I'm not the one. I come with the truth. You say you come with the truth of our law, then you come with the truth of our law and stop that separation, because the law didn't teach that. Let me finish now what I'm saying. No. Let me finish. Let me finish. They asked me that after. I'm getting my name straight. Because that's going on that tape. People who get those tapes all over know that that's not me. That's why I'm going through that. Because the same way they get those papers all over, and they say, damn, what's this brother doing with No, don't think that they get those tapes the same way. And that'll square out my name. My name. Your name wasn't mentioned. Once you straighten out your name, all right. Especially if you know Bumpy Cracker said about you, right? That's all I'm doing, so that this could be all right there, about me. I'm not the one.
When you talk about people, you can't mind people talking about you. If you can dish it out, you can take it. Some God's truth will bomb the Savior, he out of a lie and a lie. Once again, one against many, their truth will prevail. Our job is to save our soul. Many who have tried to stop us fail because Allah put us in place. My bond with Allah and Allah school in Mecca was known, but the firstborn, and it's known by older gods in earth that Kangaroo Court is not qualified to give me ultimatums of any kind. The lessons say when Allah in his own good time, and Allah in his own good time, any sensible person thinks twice when those who already said that they want to go down with him harm, tell him to come anywhere, even if they give him nice reassurance. Don't be upset when that person avoids your setup. Don't give me reassurances of safety. Give the nation that book you're sure they would have. During discussions, one God told me they tried to attack the paper to get to you. Another God said they wanted to exile you to get rid of the power paper. I said if they do that, they will lose the school. Just like they lost Harriet Tubman, and like they almost let a law school be torn down. They must want us to lose the school. The God interrupted me, saying they don't want to lose it, they want to give it away. they want to give it away for a small price.
Now there you go, switching up. Allah being beloved in them to me. Now, I wasn't trying to give them no ultimate. I was just only trying to keep all along when I said come on. And nobody better than that person. I'm talking in his favor. Because I know we came up together. And I know how he is and they don't know how he is. So certain guys out there, build with it and say, yeah, fair. And we'll make sure. But he don't want that, that's on him. All he got to do is they don't want it like I said earlier. Do like our law says. Pay your debt to society. Because if you scared, then what you talking? We don't need you throwing our paper because somebody really want to do something to them, they'll go and get it. They don't want to do nothing to them. They just talk like he talk. Talk is cheap. You just say what you say, and mean what you say. Prove what you say out of your mind. I wasn't trying to give no offering, I was only trying to show the love in my heart. But being that he feel that way, being the kangaroo court and stuff like that, well, when he talking about the kangaroo court, but then let it be. That's how he feel. He don't never talk about us, he talk against us anyway. So when this God get ready to take care of that paper, then we have to pay for our pay. Simple as that. And other than that, can you read that on the card?
He's got.
And Paul's son taking care of the school. Yeah, all of us know he had his part in that. But know something? We wasn't just standing by these. He wasn't doing that by himself. But he got these Mexican boys and girls so down they believe it. What about all those people who come and attack the school? And me and Duval, they even had to hold them. They even had them. We came up there, those same people, Commonwealth, right? They was on 25th Ave. All the vendors come up, put them on 25th in the early 80s, right, 70s? Yeah, and they had all them come, and we had, me and Duval came up and had to fight our way into school. They ain't never told y'all that. I forgot, if you slip my thoughts, you move along, boy, that we was talking about. We go into school, having Omar, Kylie. We said, what's this? They told us the guy Omar out there, this and that, they sent them from around and said, come in, y'all can put all y'all stuff in. The whole 125th. Me and Duval went out there, called it. Well, me and Duval, whatever we said to them, they know, because we was going through a lot of stuff. We went to the head guy and told him what we told him. And they turned around and said peace when they left. And we said peace when they moved all their stuff within 3 to 5 minutes. And took all their stuff out from the whole block, all of it. What about when all these guys was coming, blasting up the school, shooting out the school buses? And Duval, we had to go hunt these guys again, and you heard. It's a lot of incidents. Me, Duval, first born, you heard? We was the only ones out there. A lot of people was out there for something today. We used to have to do our work. He was there down with us. You can't leave him out there. He was there. So that's that. And I advise all you brothers and sisters, all you jobs and earth.
Brandy, go sign it.
Well, everybody start teaching. Start getting it back in order. Because the teachings is our life. This is all we know. We ain't saying this just to say. We saying this because this is the way it is. And only for us to have it this way, we got to continue to put it out. We might not be on corners in schools like when we were young, but we got to show these young ones how to do it. See, they got it a little better than now because they won't take their lessons in school. They won't take, but they don't even think. They can wear their crowns in school. It's cool. So they got it a little better now. All they got to do is get their education and teach, right, young guys? That's right. That's all they got to do. And we got to make sure we keep giving it to them so that they could be out there on the field. They be on the field and we be their advisor, but we got to show them how to do it. Like the Lord Justice and Shaheed and all of them and all of them, Rajab and Apu and all of them was our advisor. We got to be their advisor. Only way they went into it. Talk to the teachers or adults or whatever as they had to. They'll talk to our parents when they came and, explain it to them. But other than that, they show us how to do the street and how to do in the park and how to teach in the street park, street rooftops. That's how we was doing it then. Now y'all can go on singers and everything. Y'all can hang on y'all block and teach. Y'all can lay back on y'all computer and still teach. Y'all can do all of it. So we got to be their advisor. So that's how it works. And that's it. So for now, peace, kings, and queens.
I said to y'all earlier about that pedophilia, God is making their rounds outside and they remove the brother from the environment. This is what I got to tell y'all. Y'all got to be conscious of who, what, where, and how. This situation happened like 3 or 4 years ago. Maybe even longer. They had a cycle about it because his peers had the cycle, they got the information, and they made a verdict and he was exiled, and they put no number. It's supposed to be every, like in 3, however the denomination was. 3 years ago, it was supposed to be visited. At the time, because he didn't do anything to better his condition, they didn't. It was supposed to be visited. At the time, because he didn't do anything to better his condition, they didn't lift up enough order. So because everybody doesn't know about it, or know what he looked like, he eased around. And he was outside with some kind of barrel or whatever that may be. And a few brothers talked to him and manifested the situation.
Yes, sir, bro.
And y'all let be careful of these babies and women. So I got to say about that.
Days.
Stand here before you in the name of Jamel God Allah. First and foremost, we say all praises to Allah. Lord of all the world, nationally they judge. This is still the nation. It's all right. What I got to say is listening. From all, my man is recording, so I know it's going to go
Yeah, John, he was late, y'all. Can't wait to this one.
What I want to say to y'all right here, right now, it's very important that y'all know and understand that there's a lot that's going to be going on within the next year. Get ready to look at wisdom, cyber, knowledge, code. The completion of that is God. The completion of this year was quality. 6 and 7 always gonna make 13. I need to tell you all that the world is moving at a fast pace. There are things that are going on within this city. A lot of y'all don't seem to be keeping up with it. Oh no! In 2000, I believe it was, when did we have the first Region 1 conference? It went from what? 2001, I believe it was. From that point on, I myself have put myself trying to build bridges with people outside of the nation. Not